first and second, Geoff Bodine and Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, it didn't take long after the little incident with Derek Cope where Dale Earnhardt lost maybe a second or so on Geoff Bodine. Now he's made it back up, so we'll have to see if Earnhardt goes on around Geoff or if he follows him. We'll see if the smile comes on Earnhardt's face.
They move around Dale Jarrett, who has come back out on the racetrack after extended repairs on the backstretch.
So the Hardee's Oldsmobile, driven by Dale Jarrett, returns to competition. Now Earnhardt really tightening in and challenging Geoff Bodine for the lead. Looking to the inside, coming off corner 4. Bodine holds him up.
Geoff is doing a good job of staying down on the inside, and that's where Earnhardt has been making most of his pass. Now, when he did pass Bobby Hillin earlier, he moved to the outside of the racetrack, but Bodine is using the racetrack to his advantage.
Well, it's been almost 2 years since Geoff Bodine won a Winston Cup race. His most recent victory was at Dover in May of 1986. He has 5 Winston Cup wins to his credit. He's the leader right now with the Valley Nail Meets 500. And the leaders are in traffic as they put a lap on Michael Waltrip once again and go to the high side to pass Benny Parsons. There are 13 cars on the lead lap at the 232 lap mark. Here's Larry.
Remember a year ago, as we see Earnhardt move to the inside of Geoff Bodine, they touch going around turn number 2, and they both come out of the backstretch, pointing in the right direction. I was just about to comment that it was a year ago here at Bristol when Dale Earnhardt and Geoff Bodine and Sterling Marlin were battling for the lead when they all came together, and it started one of the feuds of recent years in Winston Cup racing. I will tell you that nothing like that is going on at all this year. There has been no hint of any type of thing like that, and as a matter of fact, there was a great deal of conversation in the drivers' meeting this morning about everybody trying to be cautious and careful, polite to each other. Here it is on a replay. Dale Earnhardt moves underneath Geoff. Geoff moves down to try and protect his line. It appears to be a racing incident. Both of them do an excellent job of maintaining their speed, keeping the RPMs upright, and don't get sideways.
It was a great job of driving by both. It all comes out in the wash because nobody loses position, and they're still right together on the racetrack. Bodine and Earnhardt.
And Bob, while they have been doing that battling up there, Harry Gant, you can see him coming into the picture now, has run them down. So Harry Gant is going to make it a 3-car race here in just a moment in car number 33.
Well, you got to be pulling for Harry Gant. You know, he's had such a struggle the last. Boy, that Goodyear tire with that blister was a very unusual looking blister. It's hard to say what causes something like that. Usually it's too much heat or the tire actually gripping the racetrack surface better than it sticks to the inner construction. Hard to say. We'll have to see. The lead cars, Geoff Bodine and Dale Earnhardt are both running on Goodyears. Harry Gant, third place, running on Hoosiers. If they start developing tire problems, then we know there's going to be a rash of problems. But we'll have to watch the lead cars and see what happens.
Well, let's go to Larry Newber for some follow-up now on this tire story.
Well, also keep in mind that Sterling Marlin is one of the drivers who has been a stalwart on Hoosiers for most of this year. We've been told a number of times that Bob Newton and the Hoosier people from up in Indiana have been very courteous to their teams. They are not signing any contracts. They are not forcing the teams to use their tires. They say, hey, you go to a racetrack, there goes Earnhardt trying the inside of Bodine again. There's traffic up ahead. It's Bobby Allison. Not quite enough room this time. After that Hoosier tire story, they all have the opportunity. They touch Bodine and Earnhardt. Boy, Gary Nelson, you're right, and they're very sideways together coming off of turn number 4. Bob Gary told me in a break, or told us all in a break a couple minutes ago, that every time you guys come to me, something's happening. Boy, Gary, you were right. Anyway, once again, back to the Hoosier Goodyear tire story, that Sterling's one of those people that you would expect if the tires were showing equal, he would have gone the Hoosier route, but he chose to go Goodyear's this week instead.
I think that was a case of Geoff Bodine saying, I am going to hold my line. Ain't no Dale Earnhardt or anybody going to take that spot away from me.
Great driving by Geoff Bodine. And well, Dale Earnhardt trying to force the issue, trying to get up to the lead. You know how bad he wants to lead. Geoff Bodine just holding his position. The cars come together. That's kind of normal for Bristol here, especially for those two